Hello and welcome to the Inbetween podcast. I'm your host Joe Scorn and I'm joined here by Tony Jones at RT, and we're here to talk about the gaming news and everything in between.
Yep,
You remember when I used to do that intro every week and I had to get it perfect and I never did, so we had to do 50 because we used to record this
Yeah.
not live. So if I fucked it up, I just start again.
Well, technically, we still could.
Yeah, but BTTV's like a third party thing.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I just updated OBS actually. If you don't know this, OBS just had an update. So instead of having to input a stream key into OBS, you can now log in with your Twitch account, which now allows you to have stuff like your stream chat and your stream information on the OBS window, which is actually really fucking useful. So there you go. Update your OBS. It's the best free software out there. It's insane.
Best update for the best software out there.
Yeah.
Update your OBS.
I should turn the Galaxy lights on because
That's true.
yesterday was the anniversary of Billy Harrington's death. We wanted to quickly remember him. He was a big inspiration for us.
It's crazy. It's been a year.
Yeah, I found out the news. He was in a fatal car crash. He was a big guy on Twitch. We'll see you later.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
Big guy.
We'll see you later, Anakin.
Yeah.
He's up in heaven now.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright. Yeah. First topic. Oh, so we did a spotlight on Monster League. It went up last weekend.
It was actually okay.
Yeah.
We're up to date then.
Yeah.
We're up to date.
And I was playing through the game and I was complaining about the drifting system because I didn't like it that much. And they actually the Monster League devs commented on my video and said, "Hey, check out the new update. We've actually completely overhauled the drifting system." So that's really cool.
I think we probably should actually.
Yeah, we could do a follow-up.
Yes, I mean, we kind of need like a new file video.
And they also
anyway.
explained to me that you capture the frog is like capture the flag, and you have to put it into a zone. I was like,
That's exactly as I said.
I was just like, I think it's human error more than anything else. Just me not understanding the game. But they've said that it's made an Unreal Engine. They've updated the Unreal Engine. They told me to play the Golden Egg mode. They said that was the good one.
Yeah, we should have. But I like
maybe because they've said they've added a new map for Golden Egg as well.
Well, I think we should check it out again. Redo a race.
The thing is, we do a spotlight on an early access game, so by the time it comes out, there's probably going to be a bunch of changes.
I was interested to see what the drifting changes. To be honest, but
yeah,
that's just me.
I'll test it out and maybe we'll do a video on it. But
yeah.
I thought that was cool. Thanks for the comment, Monster League, and maybe we'll check it out again. Fortnite Season 8 came out. Pirates and Ninjas.
Fortnite.
I don't really play Fortnite anymore because of Apex Legends.
Yeah.
I do really like the banana skin. I gotta give him props for the banana skin.
I like the treasure as well, but
yeah. There's a big volcano on the map. It's blown up Wailing Woods, an area that I've said should have been blown up for years.
There's Mayan stuff.
This ninja skin actually turns you into a lizard person.
What?
And I think that's as close as you can legally get to a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Oh, okay.
Because I've said for years, well, not yet, well, ever since Fortnite came out, it's like, what skin would I have if I could have it? I would want a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle skin.
Yeah.
Or I would want the thumb from Spy Kids as a skin.
You know
the giant thumb.
Yes. Jesus, I completely forgot about that.
I'll find.
Why is that? Why?
I just think it'd be really funny. You're just
obsessed with the thumb. I mean, they are cool, I guess. Actually,
there's a have you seen Psychic Pebbles podcast?
I haven't recently.
What's it called? I don't remember what it's called even.
I think I only watched the first two or something. To be honest, from 2 years.
Schmucks. It's called Schmucks.
It's like 2 years old now.
But there's one with Chris Reagan and
I guess 2 years old. That's the first one.
Is it Lyle McDouchebag? And basically they just talk about how much it would cost for you to go on a date with one of these thumb things and it's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Okay.
This is just a complete tangerine. But basically Fortnite Season 8 came out.
Fortnite.
And big changes they made was they added the ping system from Apex Legends, and they were like, Sea of Thieves is really popular again. Let's have a pirate theme.
Was it?
So Epic's continuing the trend of getting sued by people.
Yeah,
It looks
basically.
They got sued by Carlton Banks. The guy who did the Millie Rock sued them. Carlton Banks got told that he couldn't copyright his dance, so he's not getting his dance back.
Why?
I don't have. Well, the copyright office. Like I don't know. I don't have any updated information about the flossing kid. I be flossing. Yeah. Everyone's suing Fortnite because they make a lot of money, pretty much, but they do some questionable things. But I don't know.
Like, a lot of them is just like inspired. To be honest, though, but I'm actually okay with it personally. But I can understand why some people like have problems. But,
one hand, it's like you take something from it. You take something and you kind of take away from it. But then on the other hand, it's like it's just improving your game. So I don't know.
I don't have a problem with it personally.
Some things from Spike is our next topic. Our next topic.
But what are they actually called? They have a name. This dumb thing.
I think Loop. What's his name? Loop. He's like the crazy guy. Is he called Loop?
Little Loop is like
on Pinterest.
I don't know why it's on Pinterest. No, we have to.
No, you can't. Spy Kids Spy. Okay, we're going on a tangent now.
Oh, you're looking at all the characters.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What's he called?
I don't remember any of these people other than the kids.
I remember Donegan Giggles. He was in like the second one where they have the Planet of the Monsters. Fegan Floop. His name's Floop.
Okay.
So Fegan Floop. I don't remember what he calls.
I can't believe. I can believe actually, but it's amazing nonetheless.
What are the thumb people called? Thumbs. They're called thumbs. So the official law of the Spy Kid thumbs are thumbs. If you were wondering.
What were we thinking? Why is Thanos there?
Because he's very powerful.
I swear anything you search on Google Images now just brings up Thanos at some point.
He can't hear you, he's got AirPods in.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we'll move on to what I've been playing this week. I should have done probably first, but I forgot.
No, I think it's good order because we went through what the updates of like
I just
messages on our channel, so you know. I don't know, I think it's fun.
So the first game I'll talk about is Ghost of a Tale. I got some footage of this. Done. This is just game footage, so I can have sound on this. So here's me killing around. Not killing. You don't actually do any killing in this game. It's mostly just.
They try and kill you though.
Basically, you're like a bard, and you get put in prison for some reason, and you're trying to find your wife. So you're basically, it's like a full stealth game sort of thing, and you are trying to get to your wife, but you can't like kill the rats because they're too big for you to kill. It's kind of like Bioshock Infinite, Burial at Sea Part 2, where you like play as Elizabeth. And it's like a full stealth game because you can't like fight the enemies.
Yeah.
So the main mechanics is you have like a bar to show when they can hear you, and you have one to show when they can like see you. And as that fills up, they'll start to investigate it. So
I've actually got some intelligent AI, not just like.
I
don't know. I didn't really like the animations of this game. You were saying like this was like a little bit slow, and like no quest markers or like no direct like.
There's no
immediate direction.
There's no like real. It's not. It's a very open game. There's not like a real linear push towards a certain direction sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like whereas like Hitman, where you have like it's like assassinate this person. It's a big open level. The entire game's like a big jail cell castle thing.
Yeah.
And it's more. I would say it's more like a Metroidvania game in a way, where you're trying to go through all the different parts of this area and try and figure out how to get out.
Because in Hitman, like even though it's a big area, but it's like everything's like devolved around this one person, with like a couple of people you have to kill.
Yeah, and also there's like a strange like stamina system. So your stamina is like your health. So when you sprint, your stamina goes down, and to replenish it, you have to eat food that you find around. So this is kind of cool. So I saw the keys when I went to hide, and then I climbed up and I got the keys.
You read the book first, of course.
I never read the books. I don't care about the lore. I just want to sneak around.
You picked it up straight away, though.
I think a lot of like the story of this game is inside these books, but I'm not a person who like picks up lore books and then reads them because I just don't care.
I do care, but I just find it really difficult to just stop and read. But
so I'm at Prisoner Log, and I'm like, Okay. Whatever.
I will say this, that I like games where like, you pick up a book, you can then open it up later and like have a narration in it. I like that.
I think I like Dishonored. You could pick up the books and just read them later.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like
the narration makes it a lot easier.
Like you read a book and it's like, I keep my stuff in this area.
Yeah.
And then you have to like read the book to figure out where to go, sort of thing.
Instead of it like you read a book and it's like updates a quest marker.
So the game like runs really well and it's really like good looking. Like I really like the fur on all the animals and all the animations and stuff are really cool. I found this blacksmith and he was willing to give me information based on money. Because you find like gold around the castle which you can spend.
Florins.
So if I gave him some florins, he would so I was looking for my wife and he said it'll cost me 2 florins. She's a prisoner, she won't be here. They only hold bucks in the Dwindling Heights. So my wife's not here apparently. That's the one I was looking for.
In a different castle.
Yeah. So I've got to try and escape. I tried walking out the door, but then the gates closed on me and I was like, shit. I don't know if I have footage. I pretty much was... This is like the guard's sleeping quarters for this entire section. I pretty much got to sneak around. And it said there's these foot lockers, which I assume there's loot in, because you can wear armor and stuff as well.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find the key for any of them, so I had no idea how to open any of them.
Is it not on them?
No.
Okay.
But it's very slow because every couple of seconds I have to stop moving to make the sound bar go down, which I found kind of more annoying than anything else. Yeah. It's like if I'm sneaking, they shouldn't be able to hear me, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because it just means I go sneak, sneak, stop, sneak, 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 stop, and a lot of the game is like sneak, 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 stop, sneak, 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 stop.
So it's like a little more balance.
It's very much more a stealth game than it is like an action game or anything like that. Like. I like games like Dishonored or something like that where I can sneak around, but I can also like take people out and then hide their bodies or something like that. But this is more like a pacifist stealth game, which I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about this game still because I played it for a while and I found myself getting lost in the castle. And when I got lost in the castle, I kind of lost interest in the game. I played this through Origin Access. So if you have Origin Access, you can play this game. I have another year of Origin Access because it auto renews you. So I was like, oh fuck's sake. Okay, well I will just I just went through all of the Origin Vault games and I just put all of the ones that I was interested in playing in my library, so I could go through all the ones in the Vault while I had Origin Access.
Yeah.
So we might do spotlights on those. I'll show them to you later. But yeah. This game's interesting. I really like the art style and how it looks. The stealth mechanics are good if you like that sort of slow sort of stealth mechanics, but I found myself losing a bit of interest. I might go back, I might update you, but yeah, that was one of the games I played this week. And the second one is Thumbs from Spy. This is the Thumbs from Spy Kids 2. No, it's Deep Rock Galactic. So I had a free weekend.
It's still going technically, as of.
Yeah, I still want to play it because I had lots of fun playing this.
It's not even that expensive, was it?
They don't do big sales on it, which is something that annoys me.
No, but it's not. It's like only like £20 like from the beginning, though, right?
So if you don't know what you have to do in this game, you're a dwarf. You're a dwarf on a mining colony, and I can't believe I haven't seen a single Red Dwarf reference yet. Because Red Dwarf is a mining ship. And that's kind of what you do on this. But the entire levels are procedurally generated and destructible. So you can mine your way to get through certain things. And what you're doing is you've been sent by the company to do certain objectives like collect resources. And you have to deposit them into this mule and then try and escape. But all of these places are inhabited by strange insects and beasts and stuff. Which is kind of interesting. It's 1 to 4 player. It's mainly a co-op game. But if you play solo... you get a robot that follows you around and can mine for you, and also shoots at the bugs. Pretty cool. These things explode. I don't know if I get that in the footage, but at one point I get bored and I'm like, fuck it, and I just shoot them, and there's a chain reaction of them all exploding. This is a Steam guide, so this pushes you up. I'm like, shit, there's full damage in the game, so you got to be careful. Because I think I've died to full damage more than anything else in this game.
Did you just point out the geyser?
Yeah, so you can control click. So that shows my friend where the stuff is.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the part where I set up. You have to fully shoot one to blow it up.
You're insane.
This is why I'm like, shit! I'm in the chain reaction. dig. And then that's when a swarm started to attack, and I'm like, no, I'll just blow it all up. It's fine. So as you're mining resources, that's more cool though. I don't know if I realized that. But as you're mining them, you get like swarms attacking you. The best thing to do is to try and stick together. Like, when we were playing through, we split up a lot. But then when one of you goes down, it's really hard to like fight the big swarm.
Yeah. And
you need to go and revive the other person. And if you're really far away from each other, especially if you're on like different levels, like one's up here, one's down here, it's really hard to get each other. So I'm in the moment I'm seeing where my teammate is, and I'm drilling towards him.
Take some time to get that.
I have to stop because I don't want my I'm the driller, so I don't want my drills to overheat. This is when I get attacked by some bugs. There's some Morkel. That's what I'm looking for this mission. I'm like, shit, it's a goo bomber. These things drop goo on the floor, which slow you. So there's 4 different dwarf classes, and each one has their own weapons and abilities, and it has like a lot of like RPG elements. So you can upgrade all your weapons. You can you get skill points, so you can unlock perks. So there's like lots of like grindy progression, which I kind of like. I think I could play this game by myself, just with the driller, and just kind of grind through it, and I'd enjoy that. Because at first I looked at it and I was like, "There's 4 of you co-op, and you fight against bugs." It's like, oh, it's kind of like Alien Swarm or Left 4 Dead, right?
Yeah.
But it actually kind of more reminded me of like Slime Rancher in a way, even though there's like no combat in, like Slime Rancher.
It's reminding me of like Slime Rancher combined with like Left 4 Dead, to be honest. Kind of interesting though. Looks really good.
Because there's a lot of like, you go somewhere and you're looking for specific materials to go and improve your character, right?
Yeah. I like that.
It's kind of like that sort of grind that I like, sort of thing, when I'm playing games.
It's better with co-op as well, like that kind of grind as well. Yeah, it does look really, like, I love the animations of like all the weapons and like the tools and things.
I'm really surprised this is like early access, because this is so well made. It's made by Ghost Ship Games, and it's one of the
last year. What the hell?
It's one of the Coffee Stain Publishing, the guys who do Goat Simulator publish this. So.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
That's what they've been doing.
It's currently on sale during the free weekend. It ends in 5 hours if you're watching this live.
I might actually just pick it up for that money.
Yeah. I think I'm like heavily leaning towards it at the moment. It's £15 at the moment.
I don't know what the DLC. What is that?
I've asked a couple. So I've played with 1, 2, 3, 4 friends, I think. So one friend who I'm playing with, he said he'd get it if I'd get it.
Okay, right.
Another friend, Martin, he said he didn't like it that much.
Well,
and then Andy, I played with on Friday when it first came out, but he had to go to his girlfriend's for the weekend, so I only got to play like a little bit with him.
And then he was playing Apex Legends yesterday.
Yeah, was he playing Apex Legends yesterday? Okay.
According to Discord, that's what I'm going to say.
These are mushrooms. I was just like using these to get down. One thing I haven't learned from playing Minecraft, I think the goo actually stopped my falling damage from being like severe. Yeah. One thing I haven't learned from playing Minecraft is I still dig down.
Do you?
To this day, I was playing this and I'm like, I still dig down and I still like fall to my death constantly.
You don't dig diagonally?
No, so the class Dave's playing, the gunner, he has the ability to shoot zip lines, which is good timing because he just shot one. I was like, it's like a really slow Pathfinder from Apex Legends because the zip lines are really slow. Another one, we had Martin and Andy were both playing the Scout, and what the Scout does is he has a grappling hook, so he can just like quickly grapple up to places. I'm trying to remember what else. So this Nitra stuff, you need to mine that because that's how you call in supply drops, which refill your ammo, and you will run out of ammo, especially on like longer missions. So you definitely want to make sure you're always getting Nitra. So you need 80 to get a supply drop. And there's different biomes. So this is like a swamp biome, and this is a mission to collect Morkite. But I think I'll skip to the other mission because this is in a different biome. So I'm buying hats. That's the main thing I was doing.
That's the main thing.
Because the hats give you a milestone, and then you collect perk points to upgrade your perks.
Your own little room.
The hub world is fantastic.
Yeah, it looks great.
One thing that's great about the hub world is there's a barrel kicking mini game.
Oh my god!
Which I spent most of my time playing.
Oh,
it's like as easy as that. I was like, if this was the whole game, I'd still play this.
Yeah,
I'd just kick the barrel. Yeah, it speeds up randomly to trick you.
Oh my god!
And you earn bonus points if you get if you get them in a row, the number becomes bigger, and then you have to keep kicking them in a certain time, otherwise the bonus goes.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I get to a new high score of 420, and then Dave comes along and he kicks my barrel out of the way, and I'm like, oh fuck off. I think if you stand in that, you die. There's tons of little great stuff in the hub world. Like there's a bar where you can buy beer. There's a jukebox. There's like your ship. You can turn like an anti-gravity field off and go flying into the sky. Then there's areas that are blocked off with blue beams, and I assume that's early access stuff that they're going to add, because there was one called
it's kind of
there was one called a shooting range, which I assume you'll be able to go in.
It's kind of like a Slime Rancher. Like they had like zones sectioned off like during early access. They kept adding and adding. So there's so I guess they can add more and more stuff.
But from what I've played so far, I would say it's definitely worth getting now out of early access.
Yeah, it looks polished already. That's what's crazy about this.
Yeah.
Like, how is it already so good?
But it turns out most companies releasing their games in completely broken states on early access isn't the best idea.
Yeah, you want to keep it private for a little bit and then put it into early access.
You want to get like a baseline game that people want to play, and then add improvements to the game you've already got.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Rather than doing what 90% of early access is and just putting a game that's completely broken on and slowly gets improved over like years and years, but still.
We can talk about that later in the main news or the quick news topics.
Yeah.
Are you playing Apex Legends as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll quickly.
I'm waiting for the battle pass for it.
Oh, okay. That was March, wasn't it?
Yeah, it'll be coming. I think it's
this
been
month
leaked as the 12th, but that's a complete rumor. Like I wouldn't put money on it.
Well, I thought, I don't know. I didn't think there was exact dates. They just had like.
So I'm like upgrade. So you get like upgrades for your weapons, but they also cost minerals, which you get from different biomes in the level. So in this one, we go to a different biome. And on this mission, we're rescuing some ships.
You've been Half-Life.
I've been known. One of those things. I don't remember what those things are called in Half-Life. They're like the things that eat you up. I'm like, I remember. I'm like, I found this thing we have to go and rescue. Oh shit! I just got picked up.
Yeah, what are they called?
I don't remember what they're called.
They didn't drop you from all the way up there.
No, he put me down, thankfully. Basically, what you have to do is you have to like dig these arms and legs out and put them on them, because these are some mining mules that have been lost by other miners. So you have to go and rescue them because they got like resources in them.
Oh my god!
I'm like, shit.
That's C4.
Blow it up. Get my gun out. Start shooting them. But yeah, we managed to do that. We have like a "you shall not pass" moment.
Who's Gandalf?
We're all dwarfs, so no one.
Oh, okay.
They do have like the Lord of the Rings like Gimli caps that you can wear.
Wouldn't be a dwarf without it, to be honest.
So we have to like attach these legs. And then you have to like defend an area. So Dave has like an ability where he can put like a shield down that was protecting us, because we have to stand in this area to uplink to get the ships back to our main base and secure the resources. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I had a lot of fun playing this game.
It seems a lot of varied missions and things as well. So
interesting. Should we move on to thumbs?
Well, yeah, keep the thumbs up, because say that I'm now RTX on.
Tony, it's now
thumbs
RTX
up.
on.
Yeah, I just have a brief story, to be honest. I'll write this down as a timestamp. Why not? RTX on.
I guess I can move some news then. Hang on, I can find it.
I
was going to talk about RTX on.
That's
quickly.
True, actually, yeah.
Here it is.
I'll tell my buying of it. Sorry, so I could have bought a version of I bought a Gigabyte 2080.
Yeah.
I could have bought a version where I got Anthem for free, but it wouldn't have been overclockable. So I was like, I might as well get the overclockable version.
Are you going to overclock it?
It comes with like a program to be able to overclock it really easily.
Okay.
So it's technically already slightly overclocked, but I can overclock it to maximum.
So they have like some things like I think MSI is called Afterburner or something.
Yeah, but Aurora has its own inbuilt thing for its stuff, which Gigabyte has.
Right.
I was gonna say, to test out the graphics of my thing, I had to play Adventure Quest, obviously, really push it.
Yeah, Adventure Quest.
16 FPS. It was 1 FPS higher than normal. I don't know, from 15. I don't know why. Just like for 8 hours, like 16 FPS.
I feel like every time you get a new graphics card, it's just going to be a Minecraft graphics card.
No. My next plan is because this was £700.
Yeah. My
next plan is to save another £700 to replace my motherboard and CPU.
Yeah.
Plan after that is then get upgrades.
What CPU are you going to get?
The 9900K, the i9.
You're going to get an i9?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's £500. The motherboard.
What do you need that for? You don't even play like AAA games.
No, to be fair, it's to stop the bottleneck to the graphics card. But I am going to need it for Minecraft.
You could just get a i7 900 700.
Yeah, but it's not 9900K.
Yeah, but it's so much more expensive.
And
you don't need the CPU power.
I do.
You could get like a Ryzen. You could get like a. I think is Threadripper cheaper even.
It's about the same. I think it might be cheaper. But I think the upgraded version is about the same.
Yeah. I have no idea how much Threadripper costs. Like the 2700 Ryzen 7's still pretty good. Like.
But no, my next plan. I need to get. I need to upgrade
definitely
my RAM.
Intel has better per core performance and
They
it's
have-
better optimized for games.
They have it faster. Is the thing that I want,
Yep.
to be honest. And it being an i9 is I think technically better than the Threadripper. So,
Yeah, i9 is like a machine, but it's so expensive
it's only £500
for a CPU.
Yeah, but I spent £700.
Mine costs
on a
like
GPU.
200 quid.
Yeah, I know, but I spent £700 on the GPU. And as far as I'm concerned, CPU should cost more. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Update on Tony's computer.
Yeah.
That he does
The
not.
IGB update will happen by the end
Well,
of
if
this
you have a more
year.
powerful CPU and graphics card, because editing software is better, is GPU accelerated now.
Yes.
You can use that to not edit Tony edits or your Minecraft Let's Play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I do need more RAM for my for Minecraft though.
But I was gonna say, I reported on like a previous podcast that the 2060 came out, and I was like, everyone's saying they're gonna make a 1060.
1160,
60 Ti.
Have you
That's
heard?
basically going to be a 2060, but without the RTX cores, and they did. It's here
Have you heard the bollocks on why they called it 16?
because it's like a 16. I can't remember what it's called. Like they have 16 of something.
There's that as well, but apparently it's because.
It's a sex joke.
Well,
That's
according
what
to
Linus
Linus, it is. Jay's 2 cents got two angry emails about it from Nvidia saying what the actual reason was after he said they just went, we don't know. Apparently it's closer, like they want to distinguish it from the 1060 and it's closer to the 2060 than it is to the 1060, so they went, oh, it would have been a 1560, but because it's closer to the 2060 performance, it's a 1660. Basically, it's all a load of bollocks. There's definitely something else going on, and it's terrible regardless. It's really
It is a
stupid.
6 GB card. And one thing they did when they did the 1060 was they made a 3 GB version, which honestly shouldn't have existed.
There's no point to it.
But it is. I do think the 1616 is like a really good 1080p card.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe
Don't get
even 4040 in a push.
get base version. Don't get like the top of the line ones because like it's like so close to the 2060. You might as well just
the
like
2060 is like a good 1440p
Yeah.
card and a fantastic 1080p card as well.
yeah.
But they actually have like a sub £300 graphics card,
Yeah,
which is really good.
It's like 275 you can get them for sometimes, but
Like I looked at the 260 and there was one for about £330, which is really
I
good.
think that's the lowest thing.
So like I'm looking at like the 2060 and the 6060. Like these are the like I'm kind of leaning more towards the 2060 because
I personally would, but I can understand.
the thing is I don't care about RTX at all because I
True.
don't want to.
There is
the price per performance of the 2060 is just a little bit better than the 1660.
Yeah, there's the super sampling stuff there.
I don't care about like deep learning or
No, but that doesn't improve performance though. The deep learning stuff.
But yeah, This is an entire segment of Joe was right about something, so he wants to bring it up again. But it does look like a good graphics card, and the 2060 is performing around a 1080, and they're saying that the 1660 is around a 1070.
The 2060 is weird because it's like between a 1070 and 1080, which is kind of interesting. Which is why I personally would go for the 2060. If I was any I don't know, I'd recommend that, but that's just me. I did just buy a 2080 though, so I can't really trust me.
Next topic. Apex Legends was a massive advertisement for a VR game called Apex Construct. So apparently, the Steam page jumped like 4,000% as people mistook Apex Construct, Apex Legends for searching for Apex on Steam. It's not on Steam. It's on Origin. So people were accidentally apparently buying a VR game without even checking what it was, which I think is kind of hilarious.
Oh my god! It's just like, how do you not
so
know what you're buying?
I think it got the thing that like annoys me is they like review bombed the page because they thought it was Apex Legends.
Yeah,
that's got nothing to do with them. That's your stupidity.
But a lot of the time it has nothing to do with, I don't know. A lot of review bombs I don't agree with. Some of them I agree with, but
Right, so we have a new contender for weirdest DC character. So we had we had Matt Eaterlad. Yeah. We had Danny the Street. We had Bouncing Boy. But now we got Dog Welder. And his superpowers include dog welding. He will weld dogs to you. Dog Welder was a member of Section 8 during the reformation of Team Dog Welder, was trapping and killing dogs in alleyways. He helped fight the Mazda henchmen during Hitman Smoking Aces and Hitman Super Guy. Dog Welder and Section 8 fought the many angled ones. He was vaporized and killed by the many angled ones. This is all like a blur to me. But he was superseded by Dog Welder 2, of course.
What?
Dog Welder was a seemingly average bitchman who had a good job and loving family. One day, while in an antique store, he was possessed by the original Dog Welder's welding equipment, becoming the current Dog Welder. His wife and family wanted to help him. However, he was too compelled to weld dogs to people and welded the family dog to his children. Those are just classic superhero
plots.
How
do you weld a dog to someone?
You get a dog and you get a blowtorch and you go...
I don't think that's how welders work.
It's like when you causterize a wound.
Yeah, but I don't think you can combine two people together with it.
No, but if you can causterize two pieces of skin together, you could definitely... You're talking to me about dog welding like I don't know about dog welding. Of course I'm going to know about dog welding.
We need to test this on Mythbusters. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think... Well, we're going to need like something that's like a human because you can't weld a dog to a human.
You get two pieces of chicken.
You need like a chicken.
Two chickens?
You think... I was going to say like pigs are like really close to humans.
Two pigs.
But then... what's closest to a dog that's not offensive to people to weld to? Yeah, but if you're welding two pigs together, I feel like it defeats the point.
Okay, you want to test like two different skin types.
If it was me and I was Umbrella Corp, I would just get a human and a dog and weld them together.
That's what Umbrella Corp would do.
They would just do evil things for no reason.
They would just clone themselves and just kill the clone because it's not a real person. Yeah. Apparently.
But so, Dog Welder 2 has Psychic Link as well as the power of dog welding.
What is that? Mechanical aptitude?
So, dog welding is a form of mechanical aptitude, sometimes called mechanical construction. So, is a term used to describe the abilities of a character to construct and create all kinds of mechanical marvels. This may range from vehicles to monsters or simply just repairs.
Why is this a thing?
Harold Alnut, who's this?
Does he have a cool name?
He's just an engineer of Batman's gadgets and stuff. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, if you want to go into like the fucking deep end of superheroes, just go onto the DC database and just look at superheroes, and you'll find a character you never knew existed and should never existed.
Lobo 2, Prime Earth.
Anyway. Yeah, I think...
why is this news?
The New Earth one has like way weirder characters. Because we talked about Danny the Street and Matt Eaterlad. Okay. And I was like, I finally found a character more weird than these characters. It's a man that welds dogs to people.
I still think Matt
and also possessed someone
Yeah.
to weld dogs to people.
Yeah.
You think Matt Eater Lad is weirder than Dog Welder?
I don't think he's weird. I think he's just funnier.
Who's more powerful, Dog Welder or Dog Welder 2, in your opinion? How would you rank them?
Well, Dog Welder 2 is like both of them combined into one.
If we were on the Marvel scale of mutants, I would say Dog Welder 2 would be in a mega level mutant.
Yeah, no, I'd agree.
With his psychic powers and his dog welding, he could take out like
Legion. Yeah, for sure.
I'd love it if like Legion they had a crossover and Legion just he just made dog welders everywhere.
Well, he gives like a parallel universe, but it's just DC
apparently they're
characters.
making a third season of Legion. It's going to be the final season as well.
Oh, why's the final season?
I don't feel like you can do much more with that show, to be honest. I don't know what else
I'm
do.
just super interested in it, I guess. I just like the universe.
I watched the first 2 seasons and they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway. Tony?
Space Engineers! What's with the music, though? I listened to this music. I didn't know they had this music.
Tony, tell me all about Space Engineers, your main game.
It's really spooky now. No,
is it?
It's not. So, okay. Early this year, like mid-January, there's like they started like going, okay. Actually, I need to go back 2 years ago. I think a year and a half ago, they teased like blocks that were going to be in the survival update.
And you bait me into getting it as well.
That was before
I
that
still
happened.
own Space Engineers to this day.
Anyway, these blocks were teased. Finally, this January, they put it into an update, like an alpha of the update. If that makes sense, like a beta to the updates for the beta. I don't know. It's really weird. Anyway, these blocks help make survival better, like early game.
There's
basically.
guns in Space Engineers.
Yeah, there's been guns for a while.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Oh, look at that procedural destruction mechanics or whatever. I'm probably saying the wrong words.
No, that's pretty much correct. But anyway, yeah, these new blocks, like this is for the survival update. We then later found out that the game's just gonna come out on February 28th with this update. It's like, I thought this would be a good.
Ladders. Do they show ladders in the trailer?
I don't know. You just saw the hydrogen engine though. So what they've added for the survival update, they've added wind turbines for planets with atmospheres. They've added the hydrogen engine, and they've changed like how there's like lower variants of how like the construction modules and things, so that you can. So now it's like,
I've never seen the planets in this game, so
yeah, you saw it before the planets, right? I believe, or you never played with the planets or something because they weren't optimized. Yeah, planets are actually kind of okay to.
Okay.
I don't know. My plan is like when I can be bothered, I'm gonna probably play with the Squadron Retorts and play like kind of Mars thing. So I will make like a hydrogen like depot or like a.
How are the planets compared to like?
Asteroid mining things.
How are they compared to like a No Man's Sky kind of planet?
There's less of them.
Yeah.
There's not really much to do on there, but it's more about like building up a base opposed to like.
Right, it's more like Subnautica where you just kind of go and build a base.
It's more just like because what they've done is like in space there's uranium and platinum. On planets there's not.
Yeah.
So if you start on a planet, you have to use like hydrogen and like atmospheric thrusters.
Does the game become more about getting out of the atmosphere, or do you always start on a ship if you start on a planet?
You start on a ship. You like in the atmosphere land like an escape pod.
Imagine a game, right? Where you start as a microorganism and you have to eat bigger microorganisms, and then you conquer the planet.
You are a big microorganism.
And then you go into the galactic stage, and you have to go in space. And I'm describing Spore.
Yeah, you are.
Because I love
every
Spore.
time. So yeah, also okay, and this is why they changed the graphics for some of the trees and things. So it does actually look better on planets. I will say that. So yeah, it's a good update. I'm not sure. Okay, I have a theory of why it's coming out now.
Okay.
Not because they think it's feature complete, but because I think they're running out of money.
And they want people to buy it.
They want it to be on the front store. On the front page of Steam to then buy it.
I did go on the Steam store page, and there's a big banner. Space Engineers out now, because a lot of people go. Some people will go like, they go, oh, an early access game's interesting. I'm gonna get it when it's finished, when it comes out.
So I personally don't think this is feature complete, and it's still missing some really vital things in my opinion.
Are those the wind turbines?
Yes, those are the wind turbine. I think it's missed because at the moment you can't if you die, you can't respawn with nothing and then start from the ground up like in Minecraft.
Right.
You have to have some. You have to have some sort of machine.
Cars.
Yeah, they fixed the wheels and things. They actually work now.
Okay.
I don't know how they made that path, but I think they probably had like a drill machine to be able to make these paths. I don't know
Because
how
you
they
can
did
like
that.
drill through asteroids.
You can drill through planets as well.
Hmm.
You go straight to the center, I think now, or you
You
could
can go to the core.
I think so, or you have to like do a debug to get to it, maybe.
Okay.
Because I think there might be a limit to that. Some planets you can definitely dig the whole way through though. And there is no gravity at the center, by the way. Just a
Okay.
little tidbit, which is accurate.
I
Apart from the
don't know
temperature
anything
thing.
about the core of the Earth other
Okay,
than
well, if you-
oh, that's hot. That's hot.
yeah. If you could survive the heat, there'll be virtually no
Okay.
gravity at the center because like everything's pulling on you equally. Yeah, ladders.
They added ladders to the
No,
game.
they didn't add ladders. They re-added ladders.
They re-added.
They had
Is
ladders
there any new
before.
door highlights to the game?
I don't know. I
Okay.
hope so. I think they're trying to build like an orbital elevator there because that is also actually possible. Because like if you get all the resources, you just keep building
A
straight
space
up.
elevator.
Yeah, because that's that thing attached to it. I think is yeah.
Oh,
Those,
right.
that's definitely space elevator. That's what the wheels are for. Yeah, there we go. To be fair, legitimately, I do want to build something like that, like from like a supply depot for like ice and hydrogen. I think that would be really cool.
Wouldn't the wheels like start to freeze when they got to like a certain altitude?
In real life, you would have to have it enclosed. Yeah, I think you would have to. They wouldn't really freeze though. To be fair, you would make it like the lot of materials we use on Earth you can't use in space because like there's stuff trapped inside of it and like it expands basically, and like
Right.
gas would come out of it and damage itself. So you would probably just use. You'd have to use like proper materials anyway if you're doing that in real life. But yeah, in Space Engineers, there's no temperature system.
I've never been more excited to see a ladder reveal. Let's see what people think of this. People seem happy about this.
I think people are happy about it, but I think people are disappointed. Like, I have this funny feeling that this is completely rumor here, but I feel like they're gonna slow down development of it and like start on a new game.
Don't they have medieval engineers or something?
Yeah, they still got that. I would actually, because I think in Medieval Engineers you can start from scratch and like mine stuff, and, like build
Right.
stuff in your backpack. I don't know why you don't have that in Space Engineers. Like have like a construction in your backpack. I don't understand.
I don't know. I never understood medieval engineers because. Have you played it? Do you know
I haven't played it. I've watched stuff with it.
Because Space Engineers
kinda
was the
cool.
big thing because nobody had really looked into like base building
No.
in space.
Yeah,
But then medieval engineers was like people have kind of done that stuff before.
they
in a
have.
way.
Okay, yeah. When they first came out, it didn't make any sense. They did add like actually NPC mechanics, and like I think you
Right.
could make siege weapons that could move. And some of the building mechanics were pretty cool as well, but kind of limited compared to like something like Rust or Conan now. But at the
Right.
time, like the building was the big selling point for medieval engineers. And then, as you say, Space Engineers when it came out, like 2013,
Yeah, no
and
one
no one-
really done this before.
no one had a good procedurally generated or procedurally like building ships. Like they're all shit.
Yeah.
And then they like had this system, but then it kind of, I don't know, they kind of. I think they got caught up on the technology and never like bothered to like try and make survival better until now.
I remember the game being terribly optimized. Is that still
It's-
true?
They put a lot of time to optimizing it. I don't think it's
Okay.
still all the way there, but it's a lot better for sure.
Well, it does look interesting. As someone who has
You own
played
it.
Space Engineers, owns it, but chooses not to play it.
I think I will play it at some point when I feel like it. But at the moment, I'm in a Minecraft mood. So
The thing I found was the game's super hard to get into because there
Yeah.
was no like.
there's no progression.
There's no like way to teach me how to play the game sort of thing. I got super confused, but like when I was playing with you, you would just knew exactly what to do.
Yeah.
And
So, okay, I don't know if this would actually help you or not, but they've actually added some sort of progression.
okay.
I actually hate it, but it does show you. I don't like how you get it, because you have to like build the things before you can build the next one.
But like,
But it will tell you what you can build from that.
it's like the first time I played Terraria, like
Oh yeah, oh god.
5 or 6 years ago, I played with people who'd played before, so I just came in and I was like, oh, I'll start digging stuff, and then I was like, went back to the base and they had everything, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I still don't really understand how to play this game, so I just kind of stopped playing
That's
because.
pretty much my experiences.
Why don't me and you just like do a fucking video series where we just try and learn how to play Terraria without watching any videos? That would be so funny.
Wouldn't I just be TB and Jesse Cox playing Terraria? We're just
Two.
aping that.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
Just me and you trying to figure out how to play because they've added so much stuff to Terraria now. Didn't they make like a space one as well? They did the opposite Space
They
Engineer.
did Starbound, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Space Engineer is out of early access. If you want to get pranked, buy the game. But Tony, if you're someone who likes building games, single player and sometimes co-op,
I will say this: if you for the longest time, Space Engineer has been this like creative game, like because like if you build something in Minecraft, you don't really interact with it.
If you like Lego, get this.
If you build something in Space Engineer and it's really good, you can mess around with it and like actually move it around. It's very satisfying. But like in survival, hasn't been really decent until it looks interesting now. I'll put it that way. I've not tested it properly yet though.
Okay. We're going to move on because I got some lots of... Machinima shut down. They laid off 81 people, but it was bought by Rooster Teeth. And they revived Inside Gaming and they rescued some other Machinima shows. So Inside Gaming's back.
Oh, wait, they actually give it back to like... Because they're like the Funhouse people now, Inside Gaming.
Yep. I think the Funhouse people went and worked for Rooster Teeth, so now they've gone back onto Inside Gaming.
Okay. Yeah, because those are the two. Like, there's only 3 people on the Funhouse game. Those are the two out of 3 of them. So okay. I remember when they used to use Halo as like they didn't like show their faces.
They use like Halo Machinima.
Yeah. I actually preferred that personally, but
if you were a fan of like those guys, they now are back with Inside Gaming. They turned all the Machinima channels and stuff into Inside Gaming now. They like the Twitter YouTube's now rebranded Inside Gaming, so they're going to create like short little gaming videos.
Thank God,
so
Rooster Teeth is actually decent and made money, because otherwise a lot of these things would be lost forever. The Machinima is gone though, which is good.
But there was like 8 Machinima shows were inside like a water until like Rooster Teeth came and saved them as well. But yeah. Rooster Teeth will bring back Machinima Titans new content. Hedgehog for Hire. Sonic Machinima. All Your History Are Belong to Us. Documentary series, The Development of Games. Assassin's Creed musical. Minecraft Horror Story, and a personal favourite of yours there, Tony.
Yeah.
Minecraft the
that's
New
mine.
That's yours, yeah. Timefall Dropout, boss battles. Yeah.
Wait, what was that bottom one of that list?
Boss battles.
Oh, no. Oh, Timefall Dropout. Okay.
But yeah, I think Inside Gaming's just making short little videos now.
Just like they used
with
to.
Adam Kovic, who was like one of the good people who worked at IGN for a while.
Yeah, he still is pretty good.
But I guess he kind of works for he works for Inside Gaming now.
Yeah, he's always been an Inside Gaming person. Like, he's always been the host until he got kicked out, basically. So
anyway,
I don't know.
Pokemon. There was a Pokemon Direct. Randomly, I watched the live stream, and they announced Pokemon Sword and Shield. If you follow me on Twitter, I was tweeting about it. I said Galar is my city because it looks exactly like England.
Yeah.
Galar, sorry. It looks exactly like rural England with like industrial stuff.
When was it Pokemon Pikachu and Eve?
Yeah.
Like, people complain like it wasn't like the proper Pokemon game. This is the proper Pokemon
We don't
game.
know. I don't think we know officially if there's going to be random encounter battles, but it looks like it is.
There are.
They've confirmed it.
Yeah, they showed it on the second trailer, I think.
Yeah, it's been in the trailer, but I don't think Nintendo have come out and officially said it will be there.
That is what they showed. Though. Okay. They showed like a picture.
Heavily implied.
It's not heavily implied. It's exactly the mechanics that we saw.
Wink, nudge, nudge.
They walked through tall grass and suddenly, randomly, they got a battle. So
heavily implied.
I'm saying confirmed.
But if you don't know, the random encounter system from the original Pokemon games is how you level up. But in Pokemon Pikachu and Eevee, you would level up by capturing more Pokemon, and that would level up your Pokemon. Which I wasn't a fan of, but I hadn't played the game, so I can't tell you.
One of the things that Jim was saying,
if it was a good improvement or not.
He said there were some other improvements. The one he mentioned was like he preferred the way that you could see the Pokemon, like you didn't have to go through the random grass. You could actually see the Pokemon just like in the world, and you could fight them or try and avoid them.
That was cool.
I think that'd be a cool. I think that could be an add-on. Like I kind of like the idea of the grass and that personally.
People have always wanted like a fully 3D Pokemon game.
So this, for me, I might actually have to get a Switch for this.
Right.
I've been
Because this
wanting
is
to play-
Generation 8
Yeah, this is
of
crazy.
Pokemon, and
Oh.
we have got our new starters.
Can we show the new stars actually?
Yep, we have
Look at the right one.
this one.
That's just that Jim Sterling's main.
So we have Grookey, who's a chimp grass Pokemon.
As we need more. We needed more monkeys.
Score Bunny, who's a fire rabbit, and then we have Sobble, who's a water lizard.
Sobble.
He reminds me of Wow.
As
Buffett.
Jim put it, the sobbiest choice.
The sobbiest one.
Yeah. He can go invisible. I think in water they showed in like the trailer. I don't know how that makes any sense.
Yeah, the images they showed make it look like
It looks
really
great.
cool.
Yeah.
Seems like
But
random battles.
Yeah,
man.
they still try. That's even scarier than like you're walking along and suddenly.
I saw some like meme poster like, "Oi mate, let's have a Pokemon battle." All right then, governor.
I want to go and see England in Pokemon. Looks great.
Well, as I said,
Where is it on this
Galar
map?
is my city. Was what?
Oh, it's in the middle, isn't
This
it?
is the
church-
region.
No, but the church tower's there, or the clock
Right.
tower, right in the centre. Yeah, Victorian England, right in the centre there.
I
Beautiful
haven't
map.
played a Pokemon game since Diamond.
Yeah, same.
I briefly played Pokemon Eevee.
Did you?
Yes.
Who? On who?
My sister's boyfriend has a Switch, and you can play
Okay.
it 2-player, and you can both throw Pokeballs at the same time.
Okay.
So I've played it for like 5 minutes,
Okay.
so I can't
I
say.
think they're keeping the Pokeball throwing mechanic.
I like that. I kind of like that you actually have
Yeah.
instead of holding down a button,
Yeah.
it's more like you kind of have to try and throw a motion Pokeball.
It's more of like a skill shot.
But yeah, that's the big Pokemon news for
Wait, you can walk into
Pokemon
an arena.
fans. It's cool.
I actually want this game though.
But
like, legitimately.
as we know, Pokemon's pretty big. What's even bigger? New note blocks in Minecraft.
Can I just okay? This is like technically. I think the new update's going to come out soon. By the way, like I know this is a meme thing, but the 1.14 update is coming out soon. This is just like the newest additions to it. They actually sound the new notes actually sound really cool.
Yeah, I've heard the new notes. Like they have like a arcade kind
Yeah.
of sound. There's some like spooky
I
ones.
think
Like
the pumpkins didgeridoo one.
yeah, there's a new didgeridoo.
It sounds amazing.
Because if you don't know, note blocks sound different based on what blocks they're put on.
Yeah, that's
so
what they're
there's
showing.
like
That's what
soul
showing.
sand, pumpkin,
Is that iron as well?
emerald,
Iron, soul sand,
glowstone.
hay, and then glowstone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
there's when you're creating your new when Grande creates his new song, he's got more note blocks to use.
I'm always amazed when people can make songs and that. I wish I could.
Because you can do it in Fortnite now with the
Yeah, I
creative
know.
mode as well. Because they added note blocks to the Fortnite
So
creative
what you're
world.
saying is this is a response to Fortnite?
No.
Direct response.
No.
No.
I think Minecraft's just been doing its own thing
Yeah,
for the
it's
longest time, and it just
yeah.
doesn't give a shit
doesn't
about.
It doesn't need to.
Not
though.
just been wanting to make. He wanted to make the underwater part for ages, and then
They finally did
after
it.
he departed, they went right. Let's make Notch's dreams come true.
Legitimately, the underwater stuff still was really cool. This update is the village update, which also looks really cool.
Because I think so. This is 19W09A. Because also, in 19W07A, they made it so that paintings were like individual textures.
Yeah, before it was just on one big block. Now you can have it as individual textures like every other block, which means you're gonna have animated paintings.
It's not like you can sit down and watch a TV.
No,
screen
it's
because...
just a GIF. It's that.
Yeah.
People were saying you could watch a movie was a meme.
Yeah. So some people said, because it's a bit like watching one of those flip. It's about 16,000 frames, and then
Yeah.
you just calculate the entire B movie at 30 frames per second is 171,000 frames. So they said if you have a niche pub question, that's
There
how
you
it
go.
goes. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't actually watch it. It's just a GIF, really. Like 30 seconds at most, I think. At the very most.
But yeah, because basically you have to replace the paintings with a resource pack.
Yeah.
For the animated picture, and it's around like 500 megabytes. And having multiple animated paintings on server is gonna like be laggy as hell because you have like multiple big files
Yeah.
and also Java.
Well, to be fair, it is only local to you. Technically.
No, but you can force resource packs through servers.
You can
right?
force resource packs through servers, but if it's only you running it, you're only lagging yourself out. But,
Okay.
yeah, but that's always been like for the longest time, like a lot of resource packs have animated textures and things. That's always been the problem with them.
But I think I was watching a Captain Sparkles videos of the new note block sounds. That's what I heard the new sounds on. There's new note blocks. If you care.
He actually made the Fallen Kingdom 2.0 with it. Nice. Oh, so he's been doing. I've been watching. I can't remember who I've been watching, but I watched someone else for the new stuff. He's worried about YouTube. But...
Anyway, yeah, if you want to give the new note blocks a listen, go ahead. GOG laid off around a dozen employees amid report of financial struggles. One of the laid off employees says GOG's been struggling in recent months.
Yeah.
So it seems like GOG's in a bit of. Seems like so many games companies are in like a lot of financial.
I have a funny thing. It's just the whole games industry that's been going down this past 6 months.
Except Fortnite.
Apex Legends.
No, because EA's been going down.
Oh,
and
that's
Apex
true.
has saved them.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Only Epic's been safe.
Because they have the Unreal Engine, so
Yeah.
every game company has to come to them. Like the new Yoshi's Crafted World is really interesting to me because it's a Switch game in the Unreal Engine at 60 FPS. Yeah,
How did this happen?
Well, the companies that make Nintendo games, they're allowed to use whatever engine they want, and they just chose to use the Unreal Engine, right?
Yeah.
GOG is dangerously close to being in the red, suggested that the trend towards a greater revenue share from developers such as the Epic Games Store has led to people choosing the Epic Games Store over GOG. And in response to this, GOG is ending its fair price package so it can give devs a larger cut. So they've said people are going to like Epic Games and stuff like that because you get a larger cut to the devs. So if you don't know, GOG had a system where because of regional pricing, you would get credit on your next purchase.
Yeah.
So if a game costs more in your region because of regional pricing, like I've purchased a game and I've been given a couple of quid of GOG credit, and then it uses that on your next purchase. And they were kind of doing this. They didn't have to do this, and they were kind of more doing it out of pocket because it was like losing them money more than it was making them. So
I never thought that'd be a good idea for them, but yeah.
So this is kind of a consumer unfriendly decision. It's moving towards a dev friendly.
But it makes sense though. I don't think that's sustainable though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm okay with this. But it's unfortunate though.
So it seems like GOG's in hot waters, and they kind of need more people to go in there because they always have DRM free games.
Yeah, I will say, I really hope they don't fail because they support older games and they have DRM free stuff, both which are fantastic.
But the thing is, they're losing out like a lot of sales on like they can't sell Resident Evil 2 because it got de novo, and that's like a huge game on PC.
Yeah. Like
Capcom said recently, they're going to consider PC an important platform and will strive to expand its PC sales.
It's almost as they're making lots of money on PC.
Yeah, because of like Resident Evil, basically.
No, but horror games are dead, Joe.
Yeah. let's turn Metal Gear into like a zombie survival game.
Yeah.
Fuck Konami. Anyway, the cool thing, we did a spotlight on a game called Assault Android Cactus. And it's been added to the Switch and now has an accessibility option called automatic aim. So if you only have, if you can only use one stick, there's an accessibility option for this twin stick shooter, which is pretty cool.
Single stick shooter.
I always like seeing accessibility stuff like the Xbox One the controller.
I saw someone review that. Look, it actually looks really good.
Yep. You can also do funny things like plugging a steering wheel into a Switch.
Yeah. Why though?
We got a new Darksiders 3 DLC. Apparently, THQ Nordic's making money on Darksiders. So
yeah, they broke. We said 2 weeks ago they broke even, and now they're making money on it now. I guess
this is a Crucible from Darksiders 2. I think it's making a return. You go into like an arena and you keep fighting like multiple monsters.
Yeah, I'm actually okay with this. Actually, that's pretty good. I'm not sure I'll still pick up the game until I don't know. I have to see. I probably will pick this game at some point, but I'm gonna wait for a sale for sure.
Well, when it came out, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But then they did the update, which added more checkpoints and.
I'm still annoyed on the level design
combat.
though, but yeah. The story I'm still interested in, and like the fighting still looks cool. So I don't know.
But yeah, if you're interested
I like that
in
guy
that,
though. He
big. Looks cool.
He's got a small head, but he's big.
Big
Big news.
My body was not ready Reggie feels Amy. I don't know how to pronounce his surname. I always fuck it up. Phyllis Amy.
Phyllis Aim.
You pronounce it.
Phil's Aim, isn't it?
Phil's,
Reggie Phil's Aim.
Reggie, my body is ready. Is retiring. If you don't know, he famously, before he was getting on the Wii Fit, he said, "My body is ready," and it became like a huge meme.
Yeah. He's been a meme like this entire time. He's been the president of Nintendo America.
Yeah.
And although, arguably, his successor will be an even bigger meme.
Because he's handing over the keys to the Nintendo castle to Bowser himself.
And he said, "Who else is more willing or
who better to hand the castle than a man called Bowser?"
Yeah.
I was like, I'm already imagining the Bowsette comics being made.
Yeah, it's already been done.
Okay.
It's too late, Joe.
Bowsette now runs Nintendo. But honestly, I think Reggie was like a really big positive part of Nintendo America. Sure. Like he seemed to actually genuinely like love playing video games.
He genuinely loved video games. He understood the American market and he understood like how to talk to Nintendo.
Like, as much as we can play on Nintendo's like legal team on the copyright striking stuff.
For sure.
I still really think Nintendo make fantastic games.
They always have. And
that Reggie was a fantastic member of their team. So,
but apparently,
F to Reggie.
Apparently, the new Bowser guy also really likes just Nintendo games as well. So hopefully,
I'm hoping it'll be a handover to Bowser and they'll keep chugging along.
Yeah, I like Bowser. Looks pretty good. I don't know how he got his surname to be Bowser though.
Well, they named it after him.
I guess.
Because I think Mario was named after their landlord at the time.
Oh, right, okay. Makes sense.
And then, wait, didn't we report about Mario trying to sue Nintendo because they used his name or something?
Yeah, didn't he also die?
I don't know. The original Mario died, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on. Battle Royale, the Battle Royale game that nobody wanted and cost money is now free to play. I don't fucking know where they even released this. Or they made a good 3-person arena game, right? And they charge money for it, and like when it goes out, it'll be free to play. Then they were like, it kind of lost traction and people lost interest. And then they were like, shit, people like Battle Royale games. Let's make a Battle Royale game, but charge money for it. And then they kind of sponsored a few people to play it that I saw, but it just never hit any kind of traction whatsoever. And now they're finally making it free to play. I think, Battlerite and Battlerite Royale will be dead in the next couple of years. I don't think anyone's going to play this. If you're interested in this, it's free to play, so you could go and check it out. Steam is shutting down its video content. Did anyone use this?
How am I going to buy Dirty Dancing?
Yeah, so the only examples I saw was Dirty Dancing, and if you bought the Dead by Daylight Saw bundle, the Saw DLC was bundled with the Saw film.
Well, there's also the Con Man we saw on there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
Show. But basically, nobody uses Steam Media Player because it's haunted.
It actually is.
Because there was reports that it was bugging out and playing Amnesia sounds, even if people didn't have Amnesia installed.
Oh, I just assumed you had it installed. Okay.
No.
Okay, that's even weirder.
People report they were getting entire JFK speeches randomly through Steam Media Player. So, Steam's music system was a complete failure. The video system's a complete failure because why would you buy it on Steam? What's the point?
Yeah, I actually had no idea why they did this. It was kind of interesting, but the fact that the players were so bad, even the music one is shit. I don't understand.
Hey, you want to buy this movie on Steam? It's Netflix exists. Why would I buy this?
Or I'd buy it properly on Amazon or something.
Okay, well, sources. Valve is apparently eyeballing Dota Autochess for a potential acquisition, and I find this hilarious that Valve just loves mods and they just don't care about their games. They just want the first game Valve's made in years is losing to Russian Fishing 4 on Twitch for viewership. People have seen it go under 100 viewers. I did look up a review of Russian Fishing 4.
It looks great.
It looks very grindy. I'm not sure I would be interested.
It looks great. What are you talking
Scorn
about?
Retorts would probably be interested in playing it. It is free to play. If you want to check. So I guess the takeaway from this is play Russian Fishing 4 and Dota Autochess because those games are awesome. I haven't played Autochess.
You know,
and I'm scared to get into it because it's really addictive.
I haven't seen anything about it, to be honest, so I was hoping you could tell me, but...
Okay, so you automatically send in your units, and it's nothing like chess other than it's on a board.
Okay.
Basically, you buy units,
Yeah.
and then you try and... You have to defeat the enemy's units that round. So it's kind of strategic in that way, kind of like a game of chess.
It sounds like
But
Nexus.
it doesn't play anything like a game of chess.
It sounds like Nexus from StarCraft.
Sure, it reminds me of like a Warcraft 3
Yeah.
mod, basically. But it's in Dota, so...
Yeah.
I'm really excited for Warcraft 3 Reforged, because there's going to be so many new game
Is that
modes
coming out
and
this
stuff.
year?
Yep.
Okay.
Summer.
Blizzard's not completely dead this year, then it's just...
Well,
Mostly.
the interesting things coming out of they have no major title coming out this year, but there will be Warcraft 3 Reforged and World of Warcraft Classic
Oh yeah, that's
coming
true.
out.
All the stuff, the old stuff, basically.
I think World of Warcraft Classic may have been summer, actually, sorry. I'm not sure when... I think Reforged might be coming out afterwards. I'm not sure on the dates. You have to look that up. But yeah, we'll move on. Apparently, according to a source, Xbox Game Pass could be coming to Switch. According to a rumor, so you could be, playing some like Halo on a Switch. Should be kind of interesting.
Weren't they also testing out people playing like on the Windows like Xbox games? It was literally just Xbox games.
Because it seems like loads of people are doing like game streaming services now.
Yeah.
We have
Well, it's PS Now.
PS Now.
It's still called that, or did they rename that?
No, I think it's still PS Now.
Okay.
I could look it up.
I thought someone was renaming something to something.
But
No, yeah.
all game companies are moving towards a live service model sort of thing.
Streaming service model. Yeah.
Apparently, Microsoft plans to use highly advanced xCloud streaming technology to allow Xbox Game Pass games that are too powerful to run natively on the Switch to be played on Nintendo's portable console. The idea of Gears 5 operating on a Switch may sound impossible. Remember that the open world RPG Assassin's Creed Odyssey is available on the Switch streaming title in Japan already.
Okay.
So they've already streamed some more powerful games onto the Switch. The only thing about game streaming is you need a really stable connection to do this.
Yeah.
So
Stable.
you're
and
not going to
high.
be able to like go on a Switch and stream this on like a 4G connection.
I wish they added like a system where you could like own like a game, like have it on like a local server in your house, and you just like stream it over like Wi-Fi. That'd be like, because then like you'd own it, and you could then just like don't have to have an internet connection.
Like a Steam Link.
Yeah, basically. Why don't people more game companies do that? To be fair, Steam Link does seem pretty
Darkest Dungeon 2 is coming.
It is coming.
There's a sequel to Darkest Dungeon. I have not played Darkest Dungeon 1, so I can't tell you much about this. But it is. I own Darkest Dungeon, and I bought it for you for your birthday as well.
I've sold it. I haven't played it yet.
Okay.
It looks. I love the trailer for Darkest Dungeon 2.
But it's always one of those big. Was it early access games? Yeah.
I believe so. And it came out right. I think. I don't know.
They said they are big fans of early access model, but we're also advocates for only doing early access if it makes sense for the specific games. There are some massive differences in structure between Darkest Dungeon 1 and Darkest Dungeon 2. The sequel is still very appropriate for an early access approach, though, so it seems the second game will also be in early access as well. If you
see how that goes. That's interesting. Yeah. That's great.
Vermintide 2 is adding a new expansion with Beastmen and an Infinite End game. That's pretty cool. I own this game, actually.
Do you?
Yeah, I bought for me.
Oh.
By a friend.
Of a friend?
Nope, just a friend. So yeah, this looks pretty cool. A new enemy faction, of course, the Beastmen. A new endgame mode, new difficulty options, new talents, and a new weapon type for each character. One thing I'll mention is, as someone pointed out, the way they said they were going to do dedicated servers for this game, and they haven't yet, even though they promised it. It's run on a server client model, where one player runs the server, and spawns are completely independent of CPU power. But if the host has a weak CPU, it may not path enemies correctly to players, which means the game might be slightly easier in high pressure situations depending on the host's CPU.
That's kind of stupid.
So this is why people really want dedicated servers. I just thought that was interesting to point out.
Overwatch
has added
been a while.
added a new support. Everyone's talking like this guy's the messiah because they're like, this is going to save Overwatch. They're actually going to make changes to the game, and I'm like, I don't know about this. He looks like a cool character, but I don't think I'm going to be playing Overwatch anytime soon.
I like the look of Overwatch still. The same way I like the look of Fortnite.
The thing about Overwatch is it's a very heavily team-based game.
Yeah.
So I'm someone who doesn't want to play Overwatch by myself, so I would only play Overwatch when my friends want to play Overwatch, and none of my friends want to play Overwatch.
I think Donkey still plays Overwatch, but...
Well, Donkey, hit me up. We'll play some Overwatch then, I guess. But he looks like more like a combat medic, which is kind of cool. We'll have to see.
What the hell is that? What?
That's his ult, I think.
What? I don't understand what just happened. Can someone explain that
passive,
to me?
I think. So you can play him. He's on the PTR right now, the public test realm. His weapon fires like healing grenades. He has like a regenerative burst ability.
There's a lot of healing there.
Immortality field. So this means you take. If you die in this, then you can't die in this field.
You have like a minimum health.
And then
well, I don't understand this.
The amplification matrix.
It just makes it more powerful shooting through it.
Yeah.
Okay, because Tracer's guns are normally quite weak.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like a big stim, like an Ana ult, I guess.
Yeah.
He looks interesting.
He looks like...
If you play Overwatch, this is cool.
He looks like the demo man.
From tier 2.
Younger demo man.
Someone got like a picture of this guy and they put him in one of the Fortnite posters, and they were like, he doesn't even look out of place. He just looks like an Overwatch. He just looks like a Fortnite skin.
Oh god.
But yeah. Big news. I have the high ground now, Anakin. Anakin Skywalker is being added to Battlefront 2.
I call it Star Wars Battlefield 2.
Sure. Okay. You know what the hell you want.
Thanks. Anakin.
We finally get to see Anakin and Dooku fighting on Geonosis.
Lose his arms again.
So Anakin in this game is light side. He is Jedi Anakin.
Not dark side.
No, he comes with Jedi robes.
Yes. He hasn't got the rank of master though.
No, they will not let him be. They feared him. They will not let him be a master. You underestimate me. I looked at one of his voice lines, and one of his voice lines is, "You underestimate me."
He's trying to say he's the piece of Molyneux of Star Wars.
He has like one of his attacks is like a block breaking one, and then he has one where he charges up, and the more damage he takes, the bigger like damage burst he has.
I've got a cat trying to get out the door.
Yeah. And then he has like a pull thing where he like pulls towards him.
That's a.
And then Obi-Wan pushes him off a cliff when he pulls him towards.
I would say that Geonosis looks really good.
They're adding new trooper customizations as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
For the clones.
Darth Maul doing. I like his back. He's got like a little satchel.
Anger builds up and can be unleashed by force choking all enemies in the area. Anakin Skywalker is wearing his Jedi Knight outfit by default.
You can get Jedi robes
as an unlockable alternative.
I wanted to see young Anakin for pod racing.
Oh, you want child Anakin?
Yeah, I wanted pod racer. Okay, I gotta let this cat out.
Operation Cat is a go.
Come on, man. All three of them were asleep on the bed earlier, and then one of them woke up and realised they were next to the other cats, and they're like, I don't like this. Okay, this quick news. Stardew Valley is coming to Android March 14th. I think it was on iOS already, right?
Yeah.
And they're adding it to Android. Yeah. Apparently, Amazon, Comcast, and Electronic Arts were all submitting bids for Nexon's holding firm Mail Report. If you don't know what Nexon is, basically, it's the guys who make MapleStory, which is why I looked at it and I was like, who the fuck is Nexon? And then I was like, oh, MapleStory, this makes sense.
I think I got MapleStory. I think you got MapleStory 2 for free as well.
Did I? What for? I don't play MapleStory.
I know, but I think it's on Twitch.
Oh, it was a Twitch Prime
Yeah.
package. I ain't fucking playing Maple Story. Fuck
I'm
that
playing
shit.
mine, Joe. Yeah, join me. Maple Story 2.
This is the Capcom news I was talking about earlier. They want to put more stuff on PC. Red Dead Redemption's first major update.
Oh god.
They pushed microtransactions while cutting major source of player income, as people
Apparently it
thought they
was
were
like
going to.
silent nerfs as well. It wasn't even in the patch notes.
Right. Then we'll move on to the main topic for this podcast, which is ArenaNet. So ArenaNet's laid off around 100 employees of their 400, and they're merging with NCSoft West. They've confirmed this. Apparently there's up to 100 people being laid off. I think we only have a certain amount of people confirmed. I don't know any of the individual people in Guild Wars 2 anymore, because I haven't looked into it or played it in a while.
Apparently they had 400 people, and so they're laying off like a quarter of the people, well, potentially.
Well, apparently they said that there was going to be some restructuring and kind of gave them time to...
Oh, yeah, I think they're doing it properly. I think they have like 3 months or 2 months or something.
But the thing I found really weird about this was they were reaching out to Blizzard after they got laid off and saying that they had jobs going, were available at ArenaNet. Like, this was literally the 12th of February. This was like just before
Oh yeah, because
they announced the layoffs, which I found really weird. They have put a post on the Guild Wars 2 website where they said live services revenue just isn't profitable that they have at the moment, but they're committed to continuing Living World season from 4 to 5 and regular updates and releases. So I assume there'll be another season after this, but they haven't confirmed. They've only confirmed one season.
I think they were trying to push out too much at once that weren't great quality, so I think they're going to scale it down a little bit, it sounds like.
So the thing that confused me the most was they were profitable in 2016, because we reported about this article on the podcast. It went Overwatch 585.6 million, CSGO 277 million. Guild Wars 2 made 91 million in 2016.
Just after Minecraft.
So they were like very profitable in 2016. This was before, like, was this around Heart of the Thorns?
This was technically the dying phase, but like it was like people were starting to not care about it like before the next update.
Because I think Path of Fire was like a much better expansion than Heart of Thorns.
I'm 100% sure that Path of Fire made so much money for them. I don't know where the money's gone. I really don't understand.
So one of the things I think about this is, from watching other people talk about it and from what they said, it seems like they were working on multiple titles that basically got stuck in development hell.
I think that's where the money's gone.
And
they made so much money in 2017.
And they went downhill ever since I'm going to dub them Project Titans.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know, Blizzard was making a StarCraft kind of MMO thing called Project Titan that got stuck in development hell. And then it got turned into Overwatch, and then past that point, Blizzard's kind of been going downhill since that point, because they spent so much time and money and resources trying to develop things that never came out. Like, I think Valve's in that point, but Valve makes so much money, they just don't care.
They have other plans to make the money,
Yeah, they have because the thing with a one-game company is you don't have other revenue streams. So someone like Riot Games, they only have League of Legends, right? Yeah. But League of Legends is still very popular. So
I don't know how, but yeah.
It's like a one-horse race, right? If the horse gets injured, then you're done for.
That's why Epic was doing their game store, because they didn't want to.
Well, Epic's always had the Unreal Engine.
Yeah, they had two horses.
And every game is made in the Unreal Engine or Unity.
I don't think Epic will die anytime soon. Because if someone makes a good game using Unreal, then and it's really popular, then they'll make tons of money from that themselves.
Or unless you're under EA and you have to make it in Frostbite, except for Respawn, who uses Source to make TF2.
You can make better games with TF2.
Do you have anything? I don't know anyone in the company past when Colin left, because Colin was like the face of Guild Wars 2.
Yeah, there's not been really a face of Guild in that team for quite some time. I don't think they've had the best communication, in my opinion.
You've played this a lot more than me. I've got to max level on a character, and I've played like the intro to Path of Fire, but that's about it.
People shitstorm about, I don't want to say, I don't get that. People like talk about the shit they don't like and things, but nothing really seems to get talked about. Like, so there's not really a face to them, like the PR side at the moment.
What do you think about the living story I know you're not like a big fan.
I haven't played it in like 2 months, but actually over 2 months now, 2.5 months. But yeah, the story I don't think is that great, but I've realised I don't like many MMO stories. Like even World of Warcraft, I think is pretty weak. I like some parts of it. The same is true for Guild Wars. Some parts of it's really good.
The thing I find with Guild Wars 2 is that I think all of it's the Guild Wars 2 story is really weak. Yeah,
for sure. Like if even like averaged out, like World of Warcraft is like here and Guild Wars is like at the bottom. But I think there's still some good moments. Like I think WoW is more consistent.
I think the one interesting thing I think about Guild Wars 2 is the fact that the humans and the Chars are in such a war, and now they have to work together to fight against the giant purple dragon that they still haven't fought against.
Well, they're fighting against it now.
Because like you have like the Char fighting against like the ghosts of the humans and that sort of stuff. That was really interesting.
Current season story is them facing the big purple dragon.
Okay, finally.
And that shit saying the fan, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like like you were saying like one of the new maps in like Battle of Azeroth.
Right.
You were saying like it's like a Game of Thrones and it's like just like local people attacking them. I honestly wish
Kultiras.
Yeah, I honestly wish more games did that instead of this. Oh, we have to do this big epic battle. We have to like keep upping the ante.
No, it's mostly based around one city, and there's like a couple of political disputes.
Yeah, I like those stories way more than we have to kill the next big dragon. Oh, we have to kill the next big dragon. Oh, we have to now kill the god. Oh, now the dragon's become the bigger god of the dragon, and it's like I don't care. Make it these smaller stories, or at least
episode 700 of an anime where there's like, aha, you thought that was the toughest guy, and then he like pokes him and he goes flying off the face of the earth.
I don't care about this upping the ante superhero crap. I would rather this be political, like play like back and forth sort of things happening. It'd be way more, like, as you say, like some of the interaction between the different races are actually really interesting.
The problem of always going bigger is you always have to top yourself, and that gets really impossible.
I would argue even on the first time it fails because like it doesn't have any of the intrigue. It always becomes like good versus evil, which I don't like. If you have the political stuff, like things become more ambiguous and the story becomes more interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just don't think there's any use to that other than like in superhero movies at this point. You'd have like good versus evil personally.
Yeah,
that's just me. This is why I think most MMO stories are shit to me, because it is just good versus evil and you have to keep upping the ante. So yeah, I don't know. Story is not great in Guild Wars. I don't care about any of the characters. I don't give a shit when they die. But I'm glad they're going to keep going with it, because it at least means there'll be updates for the game.
Do you think Guild Wars 2 will shut down its servers anytime soon?
I'm going to guess.
They're definitely going to go from season 4 to 5, but say in like 3 years, will Guild Wars 2
I was going to say, like, I reckon like 2.5 years to be shut.
Okay. Because they've already merged with the other company, NC Soft West.
There is a chance that they'll make like a next expansion and be like, it's really popular, but we'll see. We'll see. There is... I think next year is like, if they were still doing expansions, we don't know if they're going to do a new game or doing expansions. Next year would be like the time they'd be announcing the next expansion.
Yeah.
We don't know yet, so wait and see what 2020 holds.
I think they're going to announce a different game that isn't an MMO at some point. One of these games they've in development, they're going to have to try and scrap out of development hell, and they're going to have to try and release it, because I think they're going to be in some financial trouble, even more so. They don't.
Yeah, I think the Guild Wars 2 community will at least definitely start dying in the next 2 years if they don't do anything big, but that's just me.
Okay, well, that's the end of the podcast. We're reading a Peter Molydeux tweet. He said, Peter Molydeux has said, when I'm 70, I'm going to spend my time arguing that any game played via the cloud should not be allowed to win any awards because it's not a true gaming experience.
That's true.
And somebody responded saying, hearing the disk drive spin up when you enter a new area is part of the experience. And he responded with, true story. In Fable 2, we programmed a certain section in such a way that the disk spins translated to Morse code that provided additional backstory. I just thought that was pretty funny. But yeah.
Thanks, Peter.
Check us out. If you're watching us live, twitch.tv/Scorn. You're probably already here, so don't worry about that. If you're watching us on the YouTube video, check out twitch.tv/Scorn. If you're watching us live, check us out and everything in between podcast YouTube channel. At Scorn 2000, I post everything about the podcast on there. That's the end of the podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.